Hello and welcome. We are live, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live. This is New Year, new promotion, our 5-day boot camp where we are going live for today through Thursday. So definitely 5 days straight. And then we are going to round everything up with a master class. You do not want to miss any of it. So definitely welcome. Come on in. 2024. I want you all to be in the literally to be in the right headspace, to be in the right place, to be set up so that you can go after your promotion this year. And so, again, welcome to day one of the new year, new promotion boot camp, where we are literally going to embark on a journey to help you to find your promotion lane this year. I want you to be in the place to go after your dreams, to go after your goals. And so that is why we are here today and this week. Now, let me go ahead and drop. So today we are really going to be speaking about a balancing act, finding your promotion lane for career success. And I have a survey that I want you to take because this is going to be important. So I have or am, all right, I dropped that in the comments. Please, when you have a moment, it's going to be imperative that you really see where you are. As a matter of fact, I can't tell you. Okay, I don't have time, but you'll understand this. I have been asking my husband, hey, this is what we're going to do for February. I really want you to take this survey because it's all about healthy eating, clean eating, and things of that nature to see where we are. And he took the survey. Now, I have to tell you, he did not care for the survey results. He took it's interesting. My husband had no idea what I would be talking about tonight. So he had no clue that what he did in turn had to do something with what we're going to be talking about tonight. So this is all about why I really need you to take the survey. It's important to know where you are. Sometimes we kid ourselves. Sometimes we overinflate. Girl, I'm good. And then if you actually take the time to do the self-assessment, when you take the time to really see where you are, then you'll see, maybe I'm not as good as I need to be. Maybe I need to do some little minute corrections. And so I say this all to say, I finally got my husband to take this survey, and he was a little bit like, babe, I don't like my results. And so with that, it's like, it's okay. Then it's time to change so that you can have different results. And I am sure he's like, Miranda, I didn't expect to be in your message today, but can we move on? So in honor of my husband, let me go ahead and move on. But it's true. So I say that, please take this survey. It's what I have deemed the work-life juggle survey, so you can see where you are in your own life when it comes to, I get it. Nothing is ever going to be perfectly balanced. However, you can find some form or some peace within your life. You just have to actively work at it to get there. And so again, I dropped that link in there. And so I have been talking. Let me tell you what our three focal points are for tonight: the importance of self-care, time management, and boundaries. And you could be saying, well, Miranda, you're supposed to be telling me about promotion. I am. I'm getting your mind ready because if you are promoted and you're burnt out, that's going to be a no-no. And so if you're promoted and you don't know how to adequately adjust and readjust and realign, you may struggle. And I don't want you to be in our corporate world, wherever that corporate world is for you, in struggle. And so that's why we are talking about this, because we need to lay the foundation so that you can go back to the basics and you know where the foundational basics lie. And so definitely want to do a quick shout out, roll call. If you are catching us live, always let us know. Shout us out. Tell us your name. Let us know where you're watching from. If you catch the replay, the same. We definitely go through the comments. We look. If you have questions, always feel free to drop them in the comments. You can always join our Facebook group, put comments in there, or if you have questions, that's another place that you can also reach out to us and so that we can answer your questions. And also, if there is sometimes you may say, Miranda, you know what, you talked about this, but I would like you to talk about something else. And so that's another way that you can reach out. I would love to hear from you. If there is something that you like that we haven't covered, perhaps it's coming, or if it wasn't, perhaps I can still cover it or do some type of segment on it. And so that is that. Definitely let us know, though. It's important. I am here to help the mid career woman level up to an executive level position. And so I want to know that I am hitting areas that are important to you, that are near and dear to you, so that I can be and help, I can be an assist to you. Now, I want you to think about this story that I'm getting ready to tell. Imagine Lisa, a dedicated, talented leader in her mid career phase, and she was known just to be relentless. She was that person that always pursued excellence, always striving. So she was that one that was going to be the first line. She got to the first line and then the second line. It was always about promotion and doing her best. And so, how many of you are out there? However, for you, maybe it's, you know what, I'm doing my best, but why isn't someone noticing? I'm doing my best, or I had a hiccup, but I can't get over the hiccup. Well, Lisa definitely, her dedication was unquestionable. However, even though her dedication was unquestionable, her life was all over the place. And so maybe you too can relate to that. Lisa poured herself into her work, often sacrificing her well being. Over time, it took a toll on Lisa's health and her happiness, being constantly exhausted, feeling disconnected from her family, from other aspects in her life. And I don't know if I am in anybody's kitchen right now. So if this is relating to you, definitely keep listening. So one day, Lisa hit her breaking point. It was like, enough is enough. And she realized that in order to truly excel in this leadership game, she needed to lead by example. So, thus, she began to prioritize her self care. She began to manage her time efficiently. And dare I say, set boundaries. Some of you out there are not setting boundaries. And how do I know that? Because I speak to so many women, and this in itself is a topic that we cover constantly, setting boundaries. So she found herself and a peaceful lane when she decided to do these things. Her team started to notice, and she helped them to and start to embrace this healthier work life type of style. And so Lisa's transformation just didn't impact her. You heard it impacted her team as well. It can really create a ripple effect throughout your organization. She became an inspiration, not only as a leader, but as a role model for achieving success without sacrificing her wellness. And that is definitely something that I want for you. I want you to be able to achieve success, achieve your promotion, but yet not have to feel like you have to work 90 hours in a 40-hour work week. So let's go ahead and delve into what you should know about striking your, and I'm saying your because you cannot look at your neighbor. You cannot. What may be balanced for me is not going to be balanced for you. It's not going to be balanced for your partner. It probably isn't going to be balanced for your cousin. So understand your balance can look definitely different from someone else. So do not compare in that respect. People are in different stages of life. And so balance looks different for everyone. So we're going to break down our key areas. First area we're going to speak about is going to be self-care. And I know you all hear about self care. When it comes to leadership, your people, you will teach them how to be. You must take care of yourself. It is such a vital role. And now I say this, I do know that there are plenty of leaders out here who say they give the lip service. Yes, self care is important and don't do it. Don't be that leader. I'm just saying, don't be that leader. So it's vital to prioritize self care to maintain your physical and mental well being. Remember that leadership is about influence. And when you care for yourself, you are setting that positive example for your team. Encourage them to prioritize their self care as well. And that really does create a healthier work environment. Make sure to create whatever that daily ritual is for you of self care. And that, again, is going to look different. Maybe whatever it takes for you to be able to feel regenerate, to be relaxed and recharge, whether it's taking a walk, whether that's practicing yoga, reading a book. Again, each person different, but you do need to find that for you. Prioritizing self care is also important to recognize when you need to take a break. Listen, people, going and going and going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. He can do it because he is an inanimate object. Okay. You are not. You are a people. You are a person. You have flesh and blood. You do. And so you need to know when to take a break. Don't let sickness come to sit you on your behind. Do it yourself. And if this is an area that you struggle, and I know that I'm going really a little bit somewhat high level, if it's an area you struggle in, make sure that you join our masterclass or make sure that you join our Facebook group. Let's have some dialogue. Let's have some discussion. Let me help you in that area. Burnout can happen to anyone, and it's okay. I know you don't always hear this, but it is okay to take a step back. Be bold and ask for help. If it's work, you can delegate. If you're a supervisor and you struggle with delegation, you struggle with letting go, please reach out so I can help you with that. Remember that taking care of yourself is not selfish. but it's necessary so you can continue to lead effectively. You are positioning yourself for your promotion. I don't want you burnt out within 3 to 6 months. Okay. So, our second point is our time management. And as leaders, we must understand the pivotal role of time management in our own journey, especially towards the higher level position. Mastering this skill enables us to accomplish more with less time, opening doors to additional responsibilities and enhance results. By effectively managing your time, we learn to prioritize differently, better, delegate appropriately, and curb procrastination. Procrastination is not our friend. I want to say some other things about procrastination, but we're not going to talk about that. Time management done the right way is going to reduce stress, and you're not going to feel like you're running and forever on speed to meet a deadline. Such when we're talking about productivity, efficiency, good time management helps those things. When we're talking about time management, we really want to learn to master that skill. It can help us to showcase our capability to lead and to manage more effectively. Moreover, time management makes us more reliable. People will see you in a different light. You become more dependable and trustworthy, qualities that your next level will be looking for. And so it's not something that you want to brush to the side. It's not something that you're going to want to say, "Oh, I'll get better at that next week." No, we need to get better at that now. As leaders, it is vital for us to grasp the importance of time management in making efficient operations. And so, without this vital skill, your ability to climb the corporate ladder, if you will, is going to diminish. And so, it's really important. This skill encompasses setting clear, prioritizing, delegating tasks again, and utilizing our time optimally to reach the objectives that we need to reach. And by mastering time management, we are going to enhance our ability to stay focused on our goals, meet those crucial deadlines, and again, maximize all of our resources. And this practice is not just about time management. It's about leading with efficiency and foresight. And our third topic is boundaries. And I know I said this earlier. Listen, you all are not setting boundaries. Not all of y'all, so I shouldn't say all of y'all. But some of you are not setting boundaries. Some of you are not sticking to your boundaries. I literally had a conversation this week. Actually, it feels like I have different conversations every week about someone and boundary setting. And it's because a lot of women sometimes we want to we some of us have not have not stopped being people pleasers. And so the word no is harsh to your ears. Stick with me and it won't be harsh to your ears. And you can say it with a smile. You'll be like, no, it's okay. So stick with me if this is a concern for you, but setting clear boundaries, even between work and your personal life, is crucial. You need boundaries at work. You need boundaries in your personal life. We all need boundaries. And as a leader, if you're constantly accessible and sacrificing your personal time for work, you're sending the message that that is what's expected of your team. So if you stay to 9 p.m., they think they're supposed to say 9 p.m. And and I don't want to hear, but I tell them differently. It doesn't work like that. That's just lip service. It's lip service. You have to, if you want them to, and you should want them to have work life, some type of whatever that balance is for them, you need to have that as well. By establishing boundaries, you're going to foster a healthy work environment where everyone, including yourself, are going to be able to thrive. Make sure that you are communicating your boundaries to your team and stick to them. If you work from home, I mean, how many of you are teleworkers out there, or hybrid teleworkers? Hybrid or full-time teleworkers. This means you too. Create a designated workspace that's going to help you to separate your work from your personal life. Remember, it's okay. Some of you out there in telework land, do not disconnect once you log on. If that is you, it is okay to take a break from work. By doing so, you're going to be able to approach your work with a fresh perspective and renewed energy. Now, let me also say this, because the piece of me that deals in employee relations, when I said take a break, know your company. If your company give you a 15-minute break, take your 15-minute break. But if you taking a 30-minute break and you know that you only supposed to have a 15-minute break, I'm gonna need you to clock out. I'm gonna need you to work that out. Okay, okay, okay. Because I don't want you to say, well, Miranda was like, take a break. And I took my break. I took 5 of them in one day because she said she could take a break. Follow your company policies. That's a whole nother level, another topic. Establishing boundaries is not just limited to work and your personal life. But again, it encompasses boundaries between colleagues, it encompasses between departments. And it's so important to establish and define those roles and responsibilities so that you're able to establish those protocols for communication and collaboration. And this is going to also help avoid confusion, duplicating or duplication of efforts. And when conflicts arise, when boundaries are clear, it's easier to navigate them. But when you don't have boundaries in place, it is difficult to navigate conflicts. So, by setting appropriate boundaries, leaders, you will be able to create a more productive and harmonious work environment where everyone is aware of their responsibilities and they know how to work together effectively. And that's really important. Now, I also want to invite you all to join our Facebook group. So please make sure you join our Facebook group, Next Level Progression Alliance. There, we definitely put in different information that you would get from my business page, or even information that you get today. So that is really tailored to people who want to succeed in the workplace, who want to advance your careers. And again, if you have any questions, you can always drop them in the Facebook group. And it's a collaboration. It's not just me, it's a collaboration. And so I definitely invite you to join our Facebook group. Do not forget, do not be, let me not, I want, no, I'm just going to have to be authentically who I am, and do not be offended, but do not be ignorant. Do not be ignorant. Know where you stand. And I was going to say something, or I wasn't going to say it, but that's just how, if you know me, you know that is exactly, my friends will be like, yep, she going to tell you that. Don't know where you stand. You cannot change what you won't confront. So please take the work life balance survey. It was created just for you so that you will know where you stand, what you may need to work on, what you may need to tweak. Don't forget, after our 5 days, Saturday, we have a master class. I would love for you to register for the master class. Also, note, registration is limited. So definitely please register. Don't wait until it's too late because I am cutting it off. And I want to say I may have, don't quote me, maybe 8 more slots before I cut it off. So definitely please register. We are going to have an awesome time. I have things prepared. You all are going to leave there with a blueprint of what you need to do for you. And no, each person is different because we're all in a different journey. So let me close today out. Today, we talked about recognizing the importance of work life balance when it comes to leadership, and knowing that that's going to still look differently from for each individual person. Don't get thrown off by, because some people will be like, oh, there's no such thing as work-life balance and da, 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 da. You get it. You need to have peace in your life. I would say work-life peace. Uh, so whatever that is for you, but don't get thrown off because it's balance. And then some of the world will say you'll never have balance. It's all about what you intentionally create that works for you. So we've discussed self-care, time management, setting boundaries as a key component of achieving this equilibrium for yourself. Embracing these principles not only are going to improve your own well-being, but it's going to help those around you. Dare I even say your family will take notice, people around you will take notice, because your little walk, your little strut's going to start to look different because you're going to feel different. So definitely, I always love to end with a quote. And so for this quote, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So start prioritizing yourself. Start prioritizing your peace, your balance. And definitely join me tomorrow, because we are going to be exploring the culture as a catalyst, navigating the unwritten rules for career advancement. I am helping you to set the foundation. I am helping you to make sure that your mindset is ready for your next. Because if you just jump in and you don't have certain things set up and kind of already in practice or in play, or at least in your mind, I will be setting you up for failure, and I don't set people up for failure. So this stuff is important. If you're on point, kudos to you. How do you know you're on point? Okay. You deserve nothing but the best. It's time for you to elevate in your career. I'll see you soon.